Hello YouTube, Scoon811 back again. Been a while, haven't had a chance to buy a lot of books lately, or the finances to buy a lot of books lately. However, an event called the Great American Garage Sale just took place practically in my backyard, not even a drive away. So, on Saturday morning I drug my 4-year-old to giant indoor garage sale in the hopes of finding some books. And I did. Got a stack. Again, no Action Comics #1, sadly. But found a little stack. Found a stack of books. Didn't spend much money on. And let's see what we got. If you recall from previous videos, I've been trying to put together a run of the Spider-Clone saga. I don't really know why, but I just am. And I found Scarlet Spider Unlimited #1, The Tomb of Cain. Whew. That's 90s right there. As bad as that looks, that's still nostalgia for me. That reminds me of some good times at the comic shop. And speaking of that, we got Spider-Man 51. These are really hard to find. This is like the first part of the big Clone Saga storyline, and as I've been trying to find books for this, I can't find these things cheap, so I found this in a 50-cent bin at the show, so I was happy about that. What else we got? The Spectacular Spider-Man 213. This is a bagged comic, and it's never been opened, so I was excited about that. Again, part of the Spider-Clone saga. I don't know. Once I finally put this whole run together, I'm looking forward to reading it and seeing if it has any value, or I'll just be kicking myself for buying these. But 50 cents. Now we got some good 90s fun. Superman #82. This is the end of the Reign of Superman story. This is where Superman came back from the dead for good. This is when I started reading comic books. The Death of Superman was my first book I ever read. This storyline got me excited about comics, and this was the big finale. This is the variant cover, the comic shop edition, I believe, and I didn't buy this one off the newsstand when I was a kid because it was $3.50, and I believe the other version that I have was like, I don't know, $3, $2.75. So, again, 50-cent comic, nice and shiny foil. Couldn't pass it up. Alright, now we get to a little bit better quality of book. Uncanny X-Men 217. Slowly but surely putting together a pretty nice Uncanny X-Men run from the 80s. This is another book I followed in the 90s. Beautiful Walt Simonson cover, Juggernaut, Dazzler. Really just bought this for the cover. It's just 50 cents. Great looking book. Here we go. Batgirl Special #1. Mike Magnolia cover. This is the last Barbara Gordon story before she's, spoiler alerts everybody, paralyzed by the Joker and became Oracle. I've always thought this was an undervalued book. It's probably my third copy of this book. Again, 50 cents. And I feel like at some point this has to take off, so we'll see. Or I'll have a box full of Batgirl Specials #1. In my quest to get all the Atlas comics, I found Planet of Vampires #1. That's a cool looking cover. I dig that. I look forward to reading that. Again, Atlas Comics. I've got a soft spot for them for some reason. It's Marvel's little cousin. 50 cents. Buy it all day long. Now here is my big steal of the day. Marvel Team Up #65, the first appearance of Captain Britain in a dollar bin. Bought this for $1. Book is in, I would say, very fine shape. Went through it, I made sure nothing was cut out. The pages are off-white. For $1? I already have a copy of this, but for $1, I'll take this every day. And they even had Part 2. Marvel Team Up #66, second appearance of Captain Marvel, again for $1. So this alone made the trip worthwhile. This made my poor son sitting bored at a garage sale worth the whole trip. He was fine. I gave him my iPhone. He was fine. All right, more Marvel team-up fun. Marvel team-up number 74, Spider-Man and these not ready for prime time players. Saturday Night Live crossover. I always thought that cover was great. This was 75 cents. And it's just fun. Just a fun looking book. And got Superman number 415. I bought this totally based on the cover. Revealed at last. Supergirl's secret marriage. And it looks like Superman's holding like a bomb of some kind. I don't know, but I miss comic covers like this. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Just looks fun. You see that on the stand, you're like, well, I want to read about Supergirl's secret marriage. I like it. Another adventure comic. Previous videos, I've been putting together a run of this series. I enjoy it a great deal. It's got a ton of DC comic stories in each issue. This is issue 461. Got it for $1. It's not in perfect shape by any stretch. Probably put it in very good condition, good plus. But these are just fun books. If you have somebody that wants to get, if you have a kid wanting to get into comics, show them this stuff. I look forward to sharing this with my son someday. Here's one I love the cover. Superman. This is DC Comics Presents Annual number 3, Superman and Shazam. This is Gil Kane artwork, a Roy Thomas story. Dr. Silva there has somehow developed superpowers. That's just a cool cover. Yeah, I like that. I flipped through it. I'm a sucker for Gil Kane art. Just a beautiful looking book. Again, 50 cents. Now, here we get to the nitty-gritty, the ones I was really excited about. The Batman Special number 1 from 1984. This is a book I heard about on Kevin Smith's podcast, I think, where he was interviewing Grant Morrison. And Grant Morrison was singing the praises of this book. It's Batman, and the villain is called the Wrath. He's basically Batman's mirror opposite. Just someone with Batman's abilities, very similar backstory, same skills, but he's evil, and they fight. It's good stuff. I'm surprised this character has not made a comeback. The costume's kind of ridiculous. Basically, it's a W instead of like a cowl for ears, but it's a cool book. I read it and I enjoyed it. And I feel like this is also a sleeper book. This is not in the best shape. This is probably a very good condition, but somewhere somebody's going to mine this character. So be on the lookout for this book. Then I continue to slowly put together a nice Ghost Rider run. This is Ghost Rider number 50. This is Ghost Rider teaming up with the original Ghost Rider from the Golden Age, which they call Knight Rider. I'd be more excited if it was Johnny Blaze teaming up with Kit and Michael. I would enjoy that cover. Okay. And a couple more books. Okay, this is Dracula number 6 from Dell Comics. I bought a book recently, a hardback book, dealing with all like the terrible characters in comic book history, ridiculous characters, and this was one of them that caught my eye. And I happened to find this one in the 50-cent bin. The origin of the new Dracula, the secret of Dracula's strange superpowers. It looks just ridiculously fun. I'm looking forward to reading this book because what is this? What's happening? How did this get approved? And last but not least, for $1, I found 2001: A Space Odyssey number 1 from Marvel Comics. Jack Kirby, artwork, wrote the book. I will pick up Jack Kirby all day long for $1. And this book's in beautiful shape. I put this in very fine shape. The book is complete. This was one of the first things I found at the garage sale, and it gave me hope that I was going to find a lot of good stuff. But this is probably the best thing I walked away with. That and the Captain Britain. But what a great book to find for $1. Okay. All right, guys. I hope to getting more books on here soon. I've got a couple ideas for videos I want to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. I need some more views. I need some comments. Help me out. All right, everybody take care.